Disney Cars Land canceled and Rivers of America are saved? Hello everybody, welcome. Disney just held their D23 Expo in Brazil and we are already getting word that the brand new Cars Land coming to Magic Kingdom might in fact be canceled. It was only a couple of months ago that Disney just held their D23 Expo in Anaheim, California, where they floored all of us with some surprise announcement that nobody saw coming. We got an announcement on the brand new Villains Land going in there beyond Thunder Mountain at Magic Kingdom, the surprise hit Monsters, Inc roller coaster and area, an update on the Tropical America's Dino Land replacement at Animal Kingdom, and of course the thing that everybody is talking about, the brand new Cars Land in Magic Kingdom replacing Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island. Now at the beginning of the D23 Expo, Josh D'Amaro got up on stage in front of everybody and told us all that there is going to be nothing and that is blue sky during this expo. Everything that they were going to talk about at the D23 Expo was work in progress. Shovels in the ground, dirt being moved, everything was real, no blue sky concepts at all, and it didn't take but a few hours for us all to realize that that was a big fat lie. Pretty much nothing that was shown has actually started. The closest thing that we have is the Tropical America's replacement of Dino Land. That's definitely in progress, but everything else was basically blue sky. And while many of us were excited about some of the announcement, there were a few things that people were absolutely outraged by. I mean, this has caused so much backlash. The two biggest outrages from that event were, of course, the Monsters, Inc roller coaster and area. And this is not because people don't want the Monsters, Inc. I think we are all excited about it. We saw it, we were floored, we were just like, yes, 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 this looks amazing. They even had a little model that kind of showed it off, and we were all pumped until we realized where it might be going. See, there was just this little water tower in this concept art that basically showed that the Monsters, Inc. area could in fact replace Muppets, and nobody wants anyone to touch the Muppets area in Hollywood Studios. But here's the thing, which we already reported on before. Essentially, those concept arts, there was two different concept arts, and one of them was from 2 years ago. So there's been all this speculation around, is it going to go in the Star Wars Launch Bay area, where there's pretty much nothing at Hollywood Studios right now and would be a great place for Monsters, Inc. Or is it going to go in the Muppets area? Two pieces of conflicting art. The fact that they showed both of those pieces of conflicting art during this event just goes to show you it's blue sky. They don't even know where it's going, to be honest. Now, the second piece of most outrageous information that was given at this D23 Expo was the Cars Land. I think this caught Disney absolutely with their pants down. I think they were blown away in all the wrong ways as to how negatively this was received. This was just bad, bad, bad from the very beginning, and it just kept getting worse the more they showed. They basically are saying they're replacing the amazing, beautiful Rivers of America in Frontierland and Liberty Square and Tom Sawyer Island with a giant concrete mountain where there would be cars, this Cars ride, and kapows and ka-chows going by. Absolutely insanity. That Rivers of America just adds so much to the dynamic beauty of that space. Basically, anybody who heard this was just, that's a non-starter. There were so many usually positive media outlets and influencers were just coming out against this thing, including us. I am so much against this, I cannot even say enough about it. And when you just look at this replacement, I'll just kind of scan it over and how it basically looks now versus what it will look like tomorrow if they do this Cars Land replacement. It's a disaster. It completely kills the sight lines. It takes all that water and beauty away from that space. That just makes no sense. It just feels so out of place. I've even talked to cast members. I have talked to so many cast members and I've asked them about this controversial topic, and without a doubt, every single one I've talked to has said they don't get it. They're all very friendly, they're all very nice, they're towing the party line, but in their mind and what they're saying to me is, I don't really get it. It seems like an odd thing to do. Not that we don't want Cars Land, not that we don't think there'd be a great place for it. Sounds like cool attractions. They got 2 attractions in there. Sounds neat, but that's just not the way to go. That is not the place to put it. It just makes no sense. And so this backlash has completely caught them off guard. If you look at the social media sentiment that's going on with Disney right now with regards to the Cars Land replacing Rivers of America, it is so negative, it's unbelievable. You can do searches on YouTube, all the different videos that are out there about how negative this is, how nobody wants this, don't do this, please, like petitioning, don't get rid of Rivers of America, please. Nobody really cares about Tom Sawyer Island that much. I'm cool if it goes away. It's not that it's a bad place, but they can remove that, no big deal. But you gotta keep some elements of that river there, and that it's gonna destroy the park. And Magic Kingdom is the #1 park. That is who people go to Disney World for. Magic Kingdom. It's the brass ring. It's the thing that people go to see. And so if you destroy Magic Kingdom, you destroy Walt Disney World. Your attendance is going to plummet. They are going to crush so many things. So if you're going to make changes to Magic Kingdom, it has to be thoughtful. It has to be very well received, or you really risk messing things up on a massive scale. And I just don't think they thought this through. I really don't. I feel like they just threw this out there, hope it stuck, and when it didn't, they are stunned. They don't even know what to do. So with the recent D23 Expo in Brazil, we were hoping we'd get a little bit more information about some of these lands, about Monsters, Inc. We were hoping we'd get more information. Where is it going to be? Are they going to give us an update on, is it going to be in Muppets area or Star Wars Launch Bay? Of course, no information. They didn't give us any update whatsoever. It's been a few months. Still have no idea where it's going. No confirmation. No nothing. Which is very scary and very depressing to me because, again, it just feels like blue sky. Blue sky. We don't even know where it's going to go at this point. Or maybe we thought it was going to go somewhere, now we're not sure. And with regards to the Cars Land, we did get an update. They showed a little video, which I'll kind of throw up on the screen so you can see. They showed a video of the new potential attraction that's going to go into Cars Land. And this is basically this rally race attraction, very similar to the Radiator Springs racers in Disney's California Adventure. Sort of this maybe like side by side, except instead of it being sort of the well-known cars that you're used to from the movies, it's going to be these sort of like off-road vehicles or Jeeps that are going to be going along these dirt tracks in this off-road sort of expedition style attraction. And so people have seen this video and there is so much speculation, so many people talking about this, and just they are all missing the point of this video. I'm just gonna say it right now. People are not getting it, they're misinterpreting it, they're looking at it wrong. I keep hearing them say things like, oh my gosh, I can't believe Disney is thinking about putting a dirt track in the middle of Florida where it rains almost every day in the summer. And they're gonna make it a trackless ride experience, maybe like a Rise of the Resistance or a Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, except it's gonna be outdoors and it's gonna be high speed. I really don't know where people are getting this. They're misinterpreting the video. If you listen to Josh and the way he explained this video and you look at it, this is basically a track that they have created and they use to help them think through, what is this attraction gonna feel like? What turns do we want in this? What is the general path of the ride going to take? Where will the hills be? Where will the slants be? Trying to understand things like the elevation and the curves and the speed and the G-forces on your body and what's it really gonna feel like? And it's much easier to just move dirt around. To say, I don't really like this turn being here. Let's cover that over. Let's create a new path here with some other dirt. Let's move some stuff out of the way. Let's reorganize the hills. I don't like the double dip here. Let's do a single dip here. It's just a way for them to play with a physical space instead of everything being digital all the time and really sit in a vehicle. These are basically gas-powered off-road vehicles that are in this video that are, so we can get a feel for how this attraction might be. This is not them coming out and saying there will be a dirt track in the middle of Magic Kingdom. That is just not in the cards. If it is, then Disney has gone even further off the deep end than I think I even expect. I also don't think that this indicates that this will be a trackless attraction. It might be a trackless attraction. It could be. I have no idea. No information on that. It seems a little bit unnerving to me to think about a trackless vehicle moving at high speeds outdoors where it does rain and it can get kind of slippery, although that's all handled through, I think, like magnets and stuff like that, which I don't think water really has an effect on. But I'm not sure that trackless, I'm not getting any indication. That's very much rumor. People could be talking about that, and it may very well end up being trackless. But the dirt piece, I don't think is going to happen. This video really is just indicative of them playing with the space and trying to feel out what this attraction might be like physically in person. However, even with all of that in this great new video that's giving us a little taste of what this might feel like, I am getting more and more rumors from some pretty interesting individuals that is saying that Disney, the backlash that they are receiving that's so overwhelmingly negative about getting rid of Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island, has got them in a panic. That they really don't know what to do, and that they are seriously considering canceling the project or maybe making a change. Right now, it seems like they may be leaning towards a plan B of some kind, which would involve leaving the Cars Land where it goes, where they're planning it, except maybe trying to save some of the areas of the river. So if you look at the current plan, which essentially replaces the entire river, sort of that circular river space there, not where it goes all the way back, which is where Villains Land will be, but basically this Cars Land area and this central, all around from basically the Haunted Mansion, all the way down by Country Bear Jamboree, all the way up past Tiana's and to Big Thunder Mountain. That whole central area with Tom Sawyer Island in the middle, all of that will be concrete. But that they are now reassessing their plans and thinking, what can we do in order to maybe save a portion of the Rivers of America? And so I've thrown up sort of this new image that kind of tries to show what it might look like in the space that they might use, where it's still keeping the bottom portion of Rivers of America for the visual and aesthetic and helping with the sight lines and keeping some of that beauty. And then where Tom Sawyer Island is and sort of that northern part of Rivers of America, really removing that and then using that for this Cars Land. Now, I have to say this variation still sucks. It still stinks. I don't like it. I still don't like it. I still don't think Cars Land belongs there. I think it's going to ruin it. I do think it's better if you can save part of Rivers of America there. I think that is definitely better, but I still think it stinks. Which leads us to the possibility that they could be thinking about moving it somewhere else. And the most logical location to move it would be the Animation Courtyard and the Star Wars Launch Bay area. That is currently a very large space of land that is not used for the most part. It also sort of joins up there with the Lightning McQueen show that's basically going away and being replaced. It also has synergies with the Toy Story land. It kind of makes sense there in that particular park. I think it just makes a lot more sense in Hollywood Studios than it does in Magic Kingdom, and specifically in that space. However, that now leads us to the fact that the Monsters, Inc. roller coaster and area was potentially planned for Animation Courtyard also, which we talked about. Which would mean if you end up putting the Cars Land in Animation Courtyard, where does Monsters, Inc. go? It's gonna have to go most likely where Muppets is, and we already heard about the outrage there. Is it possible they're thinking about changing what the Monsters, Inc. area would be in order to save the Muppets, but replace the other areas like Pizza Rizzo's and some of the shops that really just are not used at all there, even potentially getting rid of Mama Melrose? That is also possible. I'm not sure if there's enough space there for everything. If you keep Muppets, I don't know if there is, but perhaps maybe they can sort of whittle it down to something smaller, something different to fit it there. There's a lot of potential things going on right now. Again, none of this would be possible. None of this would be happening if these things were already in motion, but because they really were blue sky, they were not solid foundation plans. These are things that are very possible to change. Again, this is all rumor based on what I'm hearing from a lot of different people. Disney has not announced anything. They're keeping things close to the vest. I think that they're just very afraid right now to show anything new. I think they're afraid to tell us what their plans are because they're afraid that's gonna backfire. Honestly, they're just in a tizzy right now. With Epic Universe right around the corner, they are really struggling. I saw an article earlier today actually that said Disney is expecting a rise in attendance based on Epic Universe, which by the way is what I've been saying for months and months now when people were thinking I'm gonna get discounts at Disney when Epic Universe opens, and I keep saying you're wrong. I think you're gonna see price increases at Disney because they're expecting people to come to Universal but then also come to Disney, so they're expecting an influx. In fact, that's what we're also hearing Disney is thinking. I think Disney is panicked. They don't know what to do, and all the negative backlash that's happening right now with these parks and with these plans that they have, even the one that's the furthest along, the Tropical Americas, I think people are even not super happy about that, with replacing dinosaur, with replacing and removing the alligator and more animals. They're basically taking more animal stuff away from Animal Kingdom. It just feels like they're just lost and they're throwing darts. So it is very possible Disney Cars Land could be 100% canceled at Magic Kingdom, no longer going there at all. But it's also possible that a plan B is in the works that's going to save part of Rivers America. And last but not least, it's also possible that they're still going to go according to plan, which I think will be the worst case scenario that they could do. I just can't say enough bad things about it. It's going to be massively detrimental. No one is going to be able to convince me otherwise. I just don't. It's just going to destroy that area of the parks and be very disappointing. So anyhow, that's what we've got for you today. A lot of the rumor and speculation on what's going to be happening and what we're hearing about it. Let us know what you think. I'm curious if you heard any more. Please give me that insider information. I'd love to hear from it. Are you hearing anything different? Be sure to comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Like, subscribe, share, and until we see you next time, the noble way is the easy way. Bye-bye, everybody.